Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will start this game off. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They're getting this guy lathered up. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. The inside handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Right? We got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Powers through the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. They'll go to the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Using his legs, it's Butler. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
He's got his man. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard we can...
A lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's got room. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On second down, they'll take to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. On the option. The pitch. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Coming after it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Love the job by the defense there. They weren't fooled. 2nd and short. They thought pass was a possibility. They got to the QB. Let's see if they can do it again here on 3rd.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to run for it. just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together.
Opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And they'll blow it dead just about the 45-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. snares it outside. It's Butler. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Open space at the 25. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Oh, so close to the touchdown there, but the cap... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. It's still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Here we go.
The option look. Now the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. give to the big fullback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Moves around to clear up the vision. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. No good. And this will stay a three-score game at 24. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, and create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll leave it with him. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Run it with the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Yeah, you failed on first and second, but on third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas. Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This drive will open from the 15. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
These DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Knight. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Makes the grab outside. It's Knight.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a...
Good.
Right down the middle.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Now on second down. To the air. It's high. Elof. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Slings it downfield. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Bounced off his feet.
Well, it's a really nice job by the defense there, anticipating that they might see jet sweep here down close to the goal line. Good play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Takes the handoff. It's Butler. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up.
He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, we're thinking well most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. They're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Dropping back, it's high. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the punishment has been extended.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they tacked on the extra point. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Scanning the field, it's Downs. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Boy, they'd love to pick up this. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 21 to North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in Chicago.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. A fair catch. Just inside the 40-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This is a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And he is smashing people. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running the option, it's high. And they get him down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that 1st down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Here's the handoff. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute this?